Gemini, welcome to your monthly horoscope for April 2024. My name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer. And in this horoscope, I will be walking you through each week of April, giving you a really good understanding of the energies that you will be moving through. April is one of the biggest months of 2024 astrologically. So we have a lot going on this month and we have a lot to cover. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. Now, let's get right into it. So, the first week of April, right on the first, we have Mercury stationing retrograde. Now, Mercury is your chart ruler. So, you and Virgo tend to feel these Mercury retrogrades more so than the other signs because Mercury is your chart ruler. So, there's a lot of self reflection going on during this Mercury retrograde. Now, this is happening in your 11th house of friends and friendships, social groups, humanitarian pursuits, all of all the groups that you're kind of connected to. This can also represent online connections. So there can be a lot of, reflecting on friendships or reevaluating friendships of some kind. But again, because Mercury is your chart ruler, there can be, a lot of self-reflection, a shift in mindset, you know. I find there's a lot of intuitive downloads too during Mercury retrograde, so pay attention to that as well. But think between March 18th to April 1st, while Mercury was pre-shadow, what was showing up for you? Was there any major themes, topics, or energy you were moving through? Because that will really give you an idea of what this Mercury retrograde is going to bring up for you, what you're reevaluating, what you're rethinking. And then when Mercury stations direct, right on top of the North Node, that is when we gain clarity, understanding, and insight. Now, on April 2nd, we will have Venus conjunct Neptune. Now, this is going to happen in your 10th house of career, public reputation, what you are known for out in the world. But Venus rules your 5th house of children, creativity, passion, romance, and also your 12th house of spirituality, also endings, karma, self-undoing, self-sabotaging. So you do want to be careful of escapism. You want to be careful of any drugs, alcohol, things like that. But this is very good for creativity, imagination, dreams, and romance. So we definitely want to utilize that energy constructively. Now, on the 4th, we're going to have the sun form a conjunction to the North Node. So this is a typo. We will have the sun form a conjunction to the North Node here in the 11th house. So, whatever the eclipses have brought up for you this eclipse season and last, whatever the story is that is playing out in these areas of life, there can be some really powerful support coming in, some really powerful insight to help you with this new direction that you are moving into. So, definitely pay attention on that day to, intuitive downloads, insight, maybe a conversation with a friend. Now, on the 5th, we're going to have Venus enter Aries. So, Venus is going to move out of your 10th house of career into your 11th house of friends. So, maybe you're wanting to hang out with friends a lot more throughout the month of April, maybe focusing more on your groups and associations. Then we get to the second week of April, and on the 8th, we have the powerful new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and that solar eclipse is conjunct Chiron. So this is in your 11th house. So whatever these nodes have, whatever this nodal story is that's playing out for you, this is where more of that energy kind of comes in, and it's the North Node. So it's something new, it's something unknown. This is the direction you're moving into, the journey you're moving into, it's all about newness, and it's very faded. It's very karmic. Now, Chiron represents our healing journey. So sometimes with Chiron activations, there can be insecurities arising or, old wounds, trauma, vulnerabilities. So there is something kind of coming to a head with the solar eclipse. Now, I will post a separate video, a separate forecast getting into this more intensely, like more, I guess, detailed, because I pull up the chart and I get into all 12 rising signs. So, but with the solar eclipse, I mean, there's some really big developments here around healing and the healing process. Now, from the 9th to the 11th, we're moving through the Mars Saturn conjunction, and this is in your 10th house of career and public reputation. Now, Mars is ruling all of this Aries energy. So, with Saturn, there can be, a sudden stop or a hold, restriction or challenge. This can have to do with career. This can have to do with public reputation, but it can also have to do with friends or friendships. Whenever the solar eclipse has activated for you, there's, something really powerful shifting here or ending or some type of restriction. Now, on the 11th, we're going to have the Mercury Cazimi at 22 degrees in Aries right here in your 11th house. But this is where there can be really, really powerful intuitive downloads, insight, conversations. So we really want to be paying attention on this day to kind of what is showing up for us. As far as like mindset and thoughts and conversations and information, because there can be some, really big understandings or support with this whole Mercury retrograde story. Then we get to the third week of April. And on the 15th, we have Mercury retrograde forming a conjunction to Chiron. And this is the second conjunction at this point. Mercury is going to conjunct Chiron 3 times. So once during pre-shadow, once during retrograde, and once during post-shadow. So again, Mercury retrograde is working with the healing journey. Whatever has been activated at this time around healing, around personal insecurities, vulnerabilities, old wounds and trauma. We want to pay attention. There can be some really beautiful intuitive insight to help you through this healing process on this day. On the 17th, we're going to have Venus conjunct the North Node. So again, that's why April is such a big month, because there's so much going on. But again, it's the North Node energy. This is all about this new direction that we're moving into. So, Venus conjunct the North Node can be, finally having a really good understanding of your needs, wants, and desires, and how you want to move into this new journey, what you're ready to release and let go of. So again, we want to be paying attention to kind of what is showing up around intuitive downloads, again, conversation, mindset, all those mercurial things. Now, from the 17th to the 21st, we have that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Now, that conjunction comes exact on the 20th. This is in your 12th house of isolation, endings, self-undoing, self-sabotaging, escapism, also things in places that are hidden, like hospitals, asylums, retreat centers. So all of those themes and topics are prevalent when we're talking about this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance, luck, opportunity, but Uranus brings in this disruptive, chaotic, shocking element to it. So it's going to be an interesting energy, and I want to hear everybody's astrology stories in the comments below, because there's so much going on this month. Like, I want to hear the story of how this energy showed up, the Mars-Saturn conjunction, the Mercury retrograde with Chiron in the North Node, and the Jupiter-Uranus. I want to hear them all. I love hearing the astrology stories. It's good for research purposes too, because these energies can manifest in so many ways. But with this conjunction, this is working with your 12th house, but it's also working with your 7th house of relationships, because Jupiter rules your 7th house of relationships and one-on-one connections. Uranus rules your 9th house of higher education, higher knowledge, belief systems, long distance travel. And then Jupiter also rules your 10th house of career and public reputation. So, this conjunction's working with all of these areas of life. So it really can show up in a couple of ways. Now, on the 19th, we will have the Sun enter Taurus. So the Sun is going to enter your 12th house. And when energy enters the 12th house, sometimes because the 12th house suppresses energy, we may not be as sociable, maybe wanting to spend more alone time. It does rule isolation. We want to watch for self-undoing, self-sabotaging, all of those themes and topics. Also, the 12th house can also rule, hospitals, asylums, retreat centers. On the 21st, we have Venus conjunct Chiron. So again, dealing with this Chiron energy of healing. So something really beautiful can be coming in around your healing journey and whatever all these Chiron activations have brought up. Then we get to the 4th week of April, and on the 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is right here in your 6th house of work, health, and daily routine. So think back to 6 months prior with the new moon in Scorpio. What was showing up for you? There can be something culminating. This can be a culmination point. This can be something coming to fruition. Also too, I'll be posting a forecast on this, getting more deep into the energies. But though this is when the full moon is going to highlight your health, it's going to highlight your nutrition habits, or it's going to highlight, your daily routine or the routine at work. Now, I also noted here, Uranus moves to 22 degrees and then conjuncts Jupiter again. So we're still in that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction energy. And I just wanted to note that even on the 23rd, we're kind of still moving through that energy. But at this point, we would have already known what this brought up and kind of moving out of it now. Now, on the 25th, Mercury is going to station direct right on top of the North Node. This is the day we really want to pay attention to because there's going to be a really big understanding or clarity or insight to this Mercury retrograde process energy. Whatever you've been moving through since March 18th, there's a better understanding here. There's more clarity, and now you know the direction that you need to move in. Now, on the 27th and 28th, we're going to have the Mars conjunction to Neptune, which is in your 10th house. So Mars rules our motivation, willpower, drive, how we take action. When Mars connects to Neptune, there can be some confusion about that. There cannot be a lot of clarity on the direction we want to take, or, confusion around okay, how do I take action with this? But this is also really good for creativity, imagination, and all those Neptune things, passion. On the 29th, we will have Venus entering Taurus. So Venus is going to enter your 12th house. So as we kind of get to the end of April, we're going to have some of this energy here move into your 12th. And because the 12th house suppresses energy, again, if you start to feel like you have lack of energy or not a lot of motivation, or you're just feeling off, it's because all these planets are transiting your 12th house. So there's not necessarily anything wrong with you. It's just kind of the energy that you're moving through. But with that awareness, you understand kind of how to work with that better, how to navigate it. The 12th house can be very spiritual. So this could be a really good time to focus more on your spiritual practice and your energy and your vibration. On the 30th, we're going to have Mars enter Aries. So Mars is going to enter your 11th house of friends and friendships. So there could be some conflict with friends, arguments with friends, because, Mars rules arguments and fights and conflicts. And because it's in your 11th house, I would be watching maybe what you're posting online. People could take it the wrong way, or there could be arguments online. Yeah, so we just want to watch for that. However, because Mars rules our motivation, willpower, and drive, and Mars entering its home sign of Aries, I think we will all start to feel the energy change once Mars exits Pisces. We're all kind of in this energy right now of not a lot of clarity, not a lot of direction, not sure next steps to take. And we're all moving through this in our own way. So, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps you move through the energy for April. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. And don't forget to put your astrology stories in the comments below. I will connect with you in the next one.